So today I'm at this farm in the middle of the countryside, which has been abandoned for about 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. And as soon as I'm in, straight away there's loads of rust. It's pretty clear that this was a cattle farm or a cow farm, like a dairy farm. Unfortunately, the weather is really shocking, but we're going to make our way around some of these buildings. Some parts have already collapsed. There is also a farmhouse which is inaccessible. So we're going to make our way through to some of the buildings. So this looks like where cattle were kept. It has collapsed, unfortunately. The whole roof is gone, but there's still hay left in some of the pens here, and the floors are quite dodgy. There's a ladder leading up here. This looks like it was one of the barns or a machine shed. Really old timber. You don't really see them built like this anymore. This has also collapsed in here. Looks like it would have kept calves in here. It's all very rusty, very decayed. But pretty awesome. So we'll make our way through, round this way to where I'm guessing they milked the cows. So the rain is pretty terrible today. There's the farmhouse just there. Yeah, the weather is really bad. Just a bit of a drizzle, but it's just that horrible wet stuff that gets you really soaked all the way through. So yeah, but this place is really interesting. It's one that I found just going past. I'm not going to give the location away, but it's very photogenic, really apocalyptic in some ways. Some really interesting like buildings, such as this barn here, which is partially, well, it's partially collapsing. So yeah, then we come into here. It's a tool bench, some unique bits on there, and then we come over to this cabinet. Really beautiful woodwork on there. I do love the timbering. Some rope hanging up there. Some bits and bobs up on the ceiling that I don't really want to touch. Yeah. So let's get to the really awesome parts now. So in here is like, what I'm guessing is where they sorted out all the milk, where they treated it for any bacteria. There's a gas tank in here. Look at that. The decay is really amazing. It's a really old-fashioned dairy farm by the looks of it. So some milk went into there through these pipelines here. It's a really old fuse box here. The boiler is really awesome. I wonder if it's got, it has, but I can't make out on the company. If anyone knows, do let me know. There's a syringe here, so they would have fed the babies milk with that. Right next to this water tank. Let me stand back a bit so you see. It's like a lead water tank, and then through here. So this is the other side of that collapsed bit. It looks like there was calves in here, potentially, where they would have been fed, given water, slept, potentially. The glass is beautifully decayed and broken. I do love the timber work though. You really don't see it like this anymore. They're not built like this anymore either. This glass looks like it's almost been shot at by a pellet gun. Oh, I'm stuck to thorns. I'm stuck to thorns. Ah! Jesus. Right. So yeah, again. So we was over there, and look how bad the damage is. Christ, bad. Right, let's spin around. Go to the really fascinating part. So this is going to be a pretty short video because this place ain't massive, but then again it's not small, if that makes sense. So this is really cool in here. So there's some lamps, there's a fan, there's all the milking, well the teat equipment or udders. So down here these would have just sucked onto them. All the milk would have gone into there. I don't know if this was a cow dairy farm or a goat dairy farm or a sheep, lamb maybe. But this is some really old equipment here. Really beautiful to see. So sick. And behind there is all the feeders, so grain or some sort of like, I don't know what it's called, but it would have dropped down into there feeding the cattle or goats. I mean, this is really small, so I'm guessing it was goats or sheep because it is really small. There's another doorway here, and there's another side here where they would have fed the cattle. The floor is in a really bad state. As you can see, the rust is quite bad. So it's been abandoned probably longer than what I guessed. So I'm probably going to guess, again, about 15 years, 10, 15 years I'd say. So we're going to head round to this silo here. So all the feed would have fed through a chute and into this building here, which is a very unique shaped building. Up there is a door which I can't really get to. I'm not even going to try, but it's really apocalyptic. I might have to come back here in daytime. So there's where the feed chute would have been. It would have dropped down into here somewhere, or from the top. And then over here there's a massive barn. Let's try and get over there. Some weird noises here as well. So some more barns here, nothing too interesting. Sorry, that's me flashing my torch over there so I can see. Let me turn my torch off. There we go, that's better. Looks like a tent's fallen down there. And this is a really big barn. Let me shine my torch on it. So there you go. Yeah, really cool. Let's go through to the other side. So this is likely where the cattle would have fed. Well, cattle I mean goats probably would have fed around here. All their shit would have collected in the bottom here. Whoa, what was that? Loads of weird noises in here. It's really eerie, really quite creepy. Okay, so we're going to make our way outside of this bit through the Harris fencing, show off the house a bit, because we've done our tour here basically. We've basically done this whole place, which is really fascinating, really short video, but you know, keep it short, keep it sweet, keep everyone happy, unless it's a really big place, which this, to be fair, isn't. So make our way around here. Massive area, by the way, so sorry about the rain, but so here are all the silos for all the forage. So hay, grass, that sort of thing would have been stored in these, and then we're going to go round this way, so you kind of get a gist of what this place is like. It's huge. So all the land's around the back as well, massive. There's a bridleway leading straight through, so this is quite easily accessible to the public. Pretty awesome. And it's a really old-fashioned like farm. There's nothing really modern about it except for the house. The house is beautiful, right next to a motorway as well, in the middle of the countryside. Really quite an amazing place. So here's the house. We're going to make our way over and just show you it. We're not going to try and get in because you can't, there's no access to it, but it is a very traditional farmhouse, very traditional and very stunning. Here it is, look, beautiful. It's a very beautiful house. It's got some outbuilding there. So stunning. There's still lights on it, look. But yeah, it's completely boarded up. So people have obviously tried to break into it before. We're not going to, because we don't. But yeah, pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it was really short, but it's not a huge place. There's not that much to see, other than it is quite old-fashioned, and some people like to see this, and preserving history is what we're all about. So from what we have seen, what I've gathered is that it was a goat dairy or a lamb dairy, not necessarily a cattle dairy, if you like, but very traditional, quite unique to see these sort of places. They don't really last that long around here, particularly. There's not that many dairy farms around here, so really awesome. Stay tuned for a video next week. I'm sorry that the videos have been a bit messy, as in like dates and things, but we are busy. We are fully rammed for the next few weeks with events and things coming up. And also be sure to drop us a follow as we prepare to launch Fearless July the 1st, which is our very own clothing brand, designed for the Fearless, designed for everyone really. So yeah, be sure to check us out. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, share this video, and we'll see you in the next one.